Campbell there was talking about energy. I'm going to turn my attention to energy now. And we're obviously in the middle of a debate at the moment. All our energy sources are under pressure and at risk. And we're being told we might even have blackouts during the winter with not enough gas. I want to talk nuclear, though. I mean, family and businesses obviously struggling with expensive energy. So we should be taking every option we can. Now, a clean alternative is it could get our country back on track, but it continues to be demonised by the government. But this week, guess what? A new poll out revealed half or over a half of Australians back Peter Dutton's nuclear energy plan as part of the country's power mix. To talk about all things nuclear, I'm joined by a man who certainly knows it better than most, Technical Director of SMR Technology, Tony Irwin. Tony, great to have you with us. You've got amazing experience in the nuclear fuel cycle. You've commissioned 8 nuclear power reactors in the UK. Is Australia barking mad not to get the ball rolling on nuclear?
It certainly is. I mean, we need to employ every possible technology that we've got to get, low emissions. And nuclear is the only low emissions technology that's independent of the weather. There's 440 reactors worldwide operating in more than 30 countries, and more countries joining them all the while. So we should really be into this. As that European Commissioner said the other day, we need to consider every possibility. We need to use everything we can.
What does the world where you live make when they hear that Australia goes, well, yeah, we've got lots of uranium, we're happy to export it, but we don't want to use it ourselves to have our own nuclear system to help bring our power bills down and to get us to net zero? Do they think we're crazy?
Yes, I mean, we've got more uranium supplies than anywhere else in the world, and the world's crying out for uranium, so we should be supplying more. We should also be doing the next stages of this as well, doing the enrichment and fuel manufacture. We could be into all these stages. It'd be better to put money into that than anything else. But the electricity is the one that we really need for our grid system. And it's not only electricity that nuclear can supply, it's things like process heat, which solar and wind can't supply directly. And these are the other areas that we're going to have to decarbonise in the future.
Is the idea that the opposition's put up that probably a good location for a nuclear reactor, we're not sure what size yet, would be on the site of existing coal-fired power stations that might be decommissioned, so you could hook that nuclear reactor into the existing grid? Is that practical?
Absolutely, and we've put a paper out on our website, and there's a new US DOE paper just out that examines this in detail, and it's got huge advantages because you use the existing transmission connections. So all the problems we're having now about new transmission lines to remote solar places, you avoid all that. You use a lot of the existing infrastructure, so the water supplies, a lot of the buildings, etc., all the access roads are already there. But importantly, you can also retrain the staff. And this is what we did in the UK, and this is what Bill Gates is doing in the US, in the Wyoming plant. Because most of the jobs of a coal-fired power station can be transferred to a nuclear. If you're a turbine operator, you're a turbine operator. And you can just transfer with some training. So a nuclear plant would fit on any coal-fired power station plant. Liddell is 100 hectares. An SMR would need, say, 10 to 15 hectares. So it'd fit in the corner of a nuclear power plant. And lots of advantages to the local community because nuclear jobs are well paid, but also it attracts other suppliers as well. So the whole economy increases as well. And there's a lot of studies that you can look at that show the effects on local communities of having a nuclear power plant in your area.